I placed a big Ulta order and I've got some awesome new skincare and some new drugstore makeup. So I thought we could go over everything I got, do some swatches, and just show you a little Ulta haul. Okay, I'm gonna start out with skincare. So I have a couple of brand new items and then I have a couple repurchases. So the first new skincare product I got is from Peach Slices. This is their new Super Fade Discoloration Serum. Really excited. I love Peach Slices. I think they're a really great brand. They're pretty affordable too. This serum was like $11 or $12, which honestly is kind of hard to find. I feel like even when you're doing affordable drugstore skincare, it's all creeping into the 20s. So finding something that's like under $15 is a lot harder these days. So excited about that. This is to help with hyperpigmentation, visibly brighten, post-blemish marks, and dark spots. So this has 3.5% cetyl tranexamate, which is a form of tranexamic acid. I just probably did not pronounce that correctly, but that's a really common ingredient that's used, one of the leading ones used to treat hyperpigmentation. So I'm really excited to give this a try. It also just looks like it has a lot of other nourishing skincare ingredients. It has licorice, panthenol, it also has kojic acid, which I know can help brighten as well. So I'm really excited to try this. I did squeeze this out and it's a very lightweight, like creamy, liquidy serum that just blended right in. So I'm actually excited about that because I feel like a lot of like dark spot hyperpigmentation serums are just like tend to be thicker, which is fine, but I always like doing a lighter weight serum because then it's just easier. You don't have to worry about like what you're putting on top of it, if it's gonna pill. Sometimes I've experienced that with like some thicker serums that most of the time I'm using it at night, but then it just gets a little annoying. It starts to pill a little bit more. So really excited to try this. And the next new product I got is from Bioma. This is their new launch. This is the Phytomucin Glow Serum. I love Bioma. They have honestly become one of my favorite like drugstore skincare brands over the past 6 months. Their products are just really great for your skin barrier, and that's really their whole methodology. All of their products contain usually like panthenol or other ingredients that are really just great at strengthening and protecting your skin barrier, and I love that. I have sensitive skin, so finding more like ingredients and products that help with that and building that into my routine has been really beneficial. And so I have been loving this brand. And so when they launched this, I was really excited to try it. It is essentially their version of like a snail mucin serum, but it's called phytomucin. So it is not snail mucin, it's actually plant derived. So they are essentially figured out how to create something equivalent to the snail mucin ingredient and the benefits. And you know, snail mucin is really big in Korean skincare. It's a very nice hydrating ingredient. This also has triceramide complex, panthenol, and peptides, which is really great. Like I mentioned, panthenol, I'm pretty sure is in like almost all of their products, and that's a really great skin strengthening ingredient. So really excited to try this. It says that it's a multitasking serum that will deliver targeted hydration to even the skin tone and texture, improve luminosity, and boost skin plumpness while supporting healthy skin barrier function. So all things we want. So that sounds awesome. I'm really excited to try this. Okay, so you can see, hopefully the camera picked that up. It's a very like viscous, yeah, look at that. So definitely gonna feel very juicy and plumping on the skin. Oh my gosh, this is actually so interesting. It's like sticky. Curious how that's gonna feel. It does blend into my hand really well. I feel like a little bit of tackiness. I'll have to see how it dries down, but nothing crazy. It has a little bit of a slip to it, which I'm gonna guess is from the glycerin, which is second on the ingredient list. And I don't know how else to describe it other than that kind of glycerin-y slip to it, but I find that to be very hydrating. So I'm very excited for this product. Okay, these next products I got are actually repurchases. Two of them are also from Bioma. So I repurchased their 2 serums. So the first one, this is the Balancing Face Mist. I love this product. This is actually the first product I ever used from Bioma. I will say the name I think is a little, it's not misleading, but I think it kind of draws a different conclusion, if that makes sense. It's called Balancing, and I kind of associate Balancing with a lot of products that are meant for oily skin, combination skin, I don't know, rebalancing your skin, getting like oil under control. And that's what I actually thought this product was for at first, just from looking at the name. But it is not specifically targeted for that. It doesn't have any ingredients in it like salicylic acid, for example, that would help to control your oils. This, I think when they titled it Balance, they really just mean if your skin is like sensitive or reactive, just getting it back in balance. So I feel like they could change the name. I don't know if anyone feels that way, but I just associate Balancing with like oily skin, but maybe that's just me. But this face mist has their triceramide complex, probiotics, and allantoin. So we already recognize some similar ingredients that were just in that serum. This is such a great lightweight mist, and it has a nice application. Whatever my skin is dealing with, this is going to be great for it. And because it's so lightweight, it's the perfect step to use after I wash my face. And I have been using it in the morning and night. And I would honestly recommend this to anyone. It does give some hydration, but more in just like the ingredients that's in it that's helping to hydrate your skin. I think that it really is just calming and soothing, and I feel like it's just a perfect thing to add. It's so easy to add into your skincare routine. It's not gonna get in the way of any other products because it should absorb into your skin really easily. So this is a must. This is something that I want to have stocked up, have backups of, so when I run out, I have a new one that I can open. And then I also got their hydrating serum. This is the Hydrating Milky Toner. This has barrier lipids, polyglutamic acid, and cica. And this is specifically a hydrating toner, so this has a milky consistency. This has honestly been great in the winter. I've actually been using these two together, which I know is overkill. You don't need to do that, but I will use the spray, the mist first after I wash my face, and then I will go in with this milky toner, and it's just so nice and hydrating. I usually do it in the morning. So again, this is a repurchase. I have one open, but that one's running low. So really big fan of this, especially if you have dry skin. I have combination skin, so it gets dry, especially in the winter, but kind of around the center of my face or my T-zone, I do notice a little bit more oil production and some clogged pores. So it's not always that fun kind of figuring out what's gonna work for my skin, because it also depends on the time of year. So right now my skin has been feeling really dry because it has been cold. So this product has honestly been a lifesaver because it just feels so nice and hydrating, and the combination of the two of them, perfect. Again, you don't need it, but I also feel like they're pretty affordable. Like, this is a great brand. I highly recommend them. Let me know if you'd be interested in like a full brand review or me sharing like what my top Bioma products are, because I've tried almost all of them. I think they have a couple products I haven't tried, and I did see they just launched some sunscreens, and unfortunately I saw that after I made this order, but I am tempted to try those because we love finding a good sunscreen. Okay, moving on to makeup. I got a bunch of new drugstore makeup. Some of these are new drugstore launches, and then some it's just a new product to me. One of my goals for 2025 is to use more drugstore makeup, or at least try out more drugstore makeup. I don't know, over the last year or so, I've just bought a lot more high-end makeup, and don't get me wrong, I still plan to use high-end makeup. There's high-end makeup brands I love and I want to try their products, but I feel like high-end makeup is just so much more in our faces. It feels like whenever a high-end brand launches a new product, it immediately goes viral, and like I see it all over my feed. And so yes, I get influenced to buy it, and honestly a lot of the time like it is good. I do feel like there are brands that just knock it out of the park when it comes to high end, but there's also great drugstore products and great drugstore brands, but I don't feel like I see as much about them. Yes, when there's a new launch, I'll see people post about it, but I just don't feel like it gets as much airtime, if you will, as like some of the high-end brands. When I look at my makeup drawers, I find that my like top favorite product is from a high-end brand. Again, nothing wrong with that. I still love those products and those brands. I still plan to keep trying and using high-end makeup, but I also want to show some love to the drugstore. So I have bought a bunch of new products and I'm really excited to use them. So first up, starting with a foundation, I picked up the new Maybelline Superstay, what is this called? Superstay Lumi Matte Foundation 30-hour wear. A lot going on in that title. First of all, 30 hours. That's a lot. I will not be wearing this for 30 hours, nor do I think anyone should really be wearing makeup for 30 hours, even 24 hours. And then also Lumi Matte. I am very curious as to what that will mean. I feel like we've been seeing this language a little more where brands are kind of calling things both, and I think it's because at the end of the day there's a want for that. Like, you want to have that glow, a little bit of dewiness, but you also want it to maybe land matte, like not break down easily, be more long wearing. So I'm really curious about trying this. I actually picked up 2 shades. I picked up the very lightest shade, 102. This was described as a neutral cool toned shade, and then I picked up the next shade up, 110, which was described as like a warm shade. My skin tone runs more cool toned, but it's not like super pinky. So I have a really hard time because I feel like cool tone shades, especially in the lightest shade range, tend to lean a little like pink peachy and just like don't quite work. I'm very fair, so I almost always need the lightest shade, but I struggle with the undertone. So I picked up 2 just to be safe because I was also ordering online. I am glad I picked up 2 because I don't think either of them are a match, but I'm hoping if I mix them, we can make something a match. This is 102. It is not overly cool, I'll be honest, but it did say it was neutral cool. It didn't claim to be super cool tone. So this to me looks very peachy and leaning more on like the orange side of peachiness, which I know is not what you think of with cool tone, but I do feel like there's a lot of peachy colors in cool tone shades, and it did say it was cool neutral. So yeah, I don't feel like that's a shade for me, but that's what I encounter a lot. Let's try 110. Yep, very warm. Yeah, so you can see that's a lot more warm yellow. You can see the difference between them pretty easily. The yellow does have like a little bit of oliveness to it, which usually works for me, because like I said, I am more cool tone, but I'm not like super pink. So I'm hoping mixing these 2 is going to make a perfect combination. I did just want to note, like, this is really nice packaging. First of all, you know, it's really cute, this purple top, but then also you have Superstay like engraved or it's embossed. Is that when it's like going out? But it's on the bottle and the lid, which I don't know, just feels a little extra, so I like that. Moving on, I got some new cream blush contour highlight products. So it seems like sticks are the new trend we're seeing. I've actually already seen like a couple other brands launch like stick blushes, stick highlighters. Definitely seems to be the trend we're going with right now. So I got 2 of these from CoverGirl. The first one is the True Blend Skin Enhancer Contour Balm. This actually looked promising from the shades that it looked cool enough. This is the shade Defined. I think they have like 3 or 4. And that actually looks like a very cool contour. I do find that contours can pull a little warmer, but this actually looks like, oh yeah, this is definitely a cool toned contour. And just that swatch was so creamy, which is always the worry with the sticks. You don't want something that's going to be hard and pull at your skin. Now, I don't know if I would apply this directly or if I would use a brush and then go in, but that just like, I don't know, that was really smooth on my skin. I'm gonna like swatch the Rare Beauty contour because it's a newer product. This is the lightest shade Gentle, and I find this to just be very chocolatey. It honestly is like milk chocolate. Yeah, so very different. I think if anything, like this does have some cool tone to it. It's just darker. I know we're talking about drugstore makeup right now, but just since I mentioned it, I wanted to swatch it. If you are someone that is, you know, more fair, cool tone, just to have a reference point. And I'll also swatch this e.l.f. liquid contour. I think this is actually a pretty good color dupe for the Rare Beauty, although actually this one is cooler. So yeah, you can see this one is actually more contour, cooler than the Rare Beauty, but already you can see that that CoverGirl one is lighter. Now that's a balm cream and versus a liquid, so they look a little different on the swatches, but I think if you have very fair skin like me, this is hopefully going to be a good shade match. I am planning to do a full try on first impressions of all of this makeup, so stay tuned for that so we can see if this is actually a good product or not. Okay, I also got a blush stick from CoverGirl. So this is the True Blend Skin Enhancer Blush Balm. So I would assume very similar formula, but just in a blush. I got this shade Nude Flush. Ooh, that looks pretty. Ooh, that is very pretty. It's a little corally. And again, it was also really easy to come off, really creamy. I think with the blush, I would definitely just take my brush and dip it into the balm and then put it on. I feel like with contour, because you're already kind of getting an angle, sometimes it's easier when you do apply it directly if it's creamy enough, but with blush, just because you're, you know, spreading it out, blending it out a little bit more, it's, I don't know, just a little bit better with a brush. You also don't want to pick up any of the foundation underneath. And then moving on to a highlighter stick. This is from L'Oreal. So this is the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow highlighter stick. This is the shade Glowy Cream Chic. I don't know, but let's see how it compares in the creaminess. Okay, that feels very creamy. There, you can see it a little better in the light. I went for the lightest shade. I think they had one that was a little bit more pink, but I ended up going for this one, like more champagne color. It does feel very creamy, just like honestly the other two. I'm just not sure how it will apply because I don't know, balm highlighters are tough because you don't want a stark line, but I'm just curious to see how this will blend out. I do feel like this, a balm highlighter is the type of thing if you're someone that doesn't wear a lot of makeup or wants that like no makeup, maybe just put on a little concealer, head out. I think this is a great product because you could just like add a little bit of highlighter and then it's just going on top of skincare where it might blend out a little easier. So we'll see, but I am excited to try this. Let's move on to eye products. These are not new releases, but they're new to me. So first is I got this little Milani eyeshadow palette. Honestly, it looks so pretty. This is their Gilded Mini eyeshadow palette, and this is in the shade, or the palette shade color, the Wine Down, which I think is really cute because it's a bunch of purples. Yeah, I'm so excited for this. I heard good things about just this palette. I think it was Makeup by Nikki LaRose talked about, not this specific color palette, but just this product, I think with their like all matte or all neutral. But this one really caught my eye. I love a good cool tone eyeshadow palette, and especially purples. I used to have this one palette. It was from Dose of Colors. They don't make it anymore, and it was, I want to say it was called Marvelous Mauves, and it was an all matte palette, and it was all these just beautiful like mauvey purple, and I loved that. Was like my go-to forever, and I feel like I always got compliments on it, so I'm excited. Let's see. Ooh, those look so pretty, especially this one. Some pretty shimmers too, but also some really nice mattes. I feel like literally these first three is just like a really simple look and then adding in some depth. Ooh, I am really excited about this. So I'm hoping these are good. Okay. Those are so pretty. This one, this shimmery sheen, like that swatched so well. That felt so creamy. And I just feel like you don't always feel that with drugstore eyeshadows. Wow, this matte feels really creamy. Ooh, that actually comes out a little darker than it looks. That's that medium. That swatched a lot darker, which I kind of like because that's perfect in the crease. Let's go on to the next shimmer. Really pretty. The next one, deeper purple, like that. And then this last one, this dark matte. It's kind of a brown. Yeah. Looks very brown. I'm excited. These are swatching really well, so I hope they perform well on the eyes. Okay, the next eye products I got this liquid eyeliner. This is not new. I think this has been around for years now. This is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio liquid liner in black. I just needed a new liquid eyeliner to replace my favorite one. That is the L'Oreal Liner Intense. It doesn't look like they make that anymore. I still have it, but I know I shouldn't use it. This was my absolute favorite eyeliner. Like I love this, but I haven't seen it. I don't see it anywhere online. It's still on their direct website, but I don't think they make this anymore. It was the Carbon Black Liner Intense Felt Tip Liquid Liner. I love this so much. I'm really sad. I hope they like, it's just temporary and they bring it back. But I needed to try some new eyeliners. Want to try a new one from the drugstore. So I feel like this is going to be really straightforward. Let me open it and see what the felt tip feels like. Oh yeah, this is a brush tip. Let's see if you can tell. You can see that. I think I actually do like brush tips. I think this is the matte black. I think they had one that was not, and I chose the matte black. And I feel like I can tell. I feel like the way it's drying down. Yeah, matte black. So I do feel like the way it dries down, it almost looks like a pencil dried down. So curious to see how that's going to look on the eyes. I also hope that means it doesn't dry out quickly because it is meant to dry down, which can sometimes mean that it'll be dry like drying and won't last as long, but that looks pretty nice so far. And then I picked up a new mascara. I also think this has been around for a while, but I've honestly never seen it. Like, so this was like new. I'd never even heard of it, but I don't think it's new. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Panorama. When it comes to mascara, honestly, there's so many out there. I think there's great ones at the drugstore. I don't think you need to spend the money on high end. Have I? Yes. Are there some I really like high end that I get at Sephora? Yes, but I always like kind of try to talk myself out of buying them because I just feel like mascara doesn't last that long. You should really throw it out after 3 months. And the price point, whereas there's so many drugstore ones to choose from. So I am on the hunt to like find my favorite drugstore mascara. That is really nice packaging. This feels very, I don't know, very luxe, like the gold. Let's see what the wand looks like. Looks like a pretty nice wand. I actually like the synthetic or I don't know, silicone wands versus like the bristle brush wands, if you know what I mean. So honestly, I'm excited. I will let you guys know how it goes. Okay, the next product I got, also not a new drugstore product, but new to me, is the e.l.f. Brow Wow Tinted Gel. This I just saw in like a recommendation for brow products, and honestly, brows is like the one area I really know nothing about because I've never like done much with my brows. Like there's no product in them right now. These just are my eyebrows. But I do feel like there are some spots that are a little sparser where I would like to maybe just have like a gel to comb through them just to have them, I don't know, look a little bit better. So I wanted to try with something that was really simple, and this seemed to be a pretty top rated product, and it's I think like $5, so love that. Okay, I got the shade Brunette, which, you know, is fitting. Maybe we just go ahead and put this on. I'm worried if it's like not the right shade. That's what the brush looks like. This does look a little light. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I think that works. I think if anything, it would just bring some like highlight to the brow, which I have highlights in my hair, so why not? It didn't look like it deposited like that much color, but I feel like I can see a difference. It's a very warm brown though, I will say. Okay, I feel like that made a difference. They just stand out more, hopefully not in a bad way. Okay, so that's it for eyes. Really excited about those products, especially the eyeshadow. And then I also got some lip products. I got a lip pencil from Maybelline. This is also new to me, not brand new. This is the Color Sensational Lip Shaping Lip Liner. I got the shade Palest Pink. Ooh, I love these little pull thingies. Let's see if you can hear that. Hopefully someone found that satisfying because I find that very satisfying. Let's go ahead and swatch that. Oh, so creamy. Okay, I really like that. It's very pink, and it's actually a little berry pink. So palest pink, probably not the best title, but I do like that. I think that's gonna look really pretty on just some of my berry lip products. Okay, I really don't have much. I have like a lip balm on, so I'm gonna apply this, but let me first show you the other two lip products I got because I'm gonna use one of them on top. So I got 2 shades of this new product. This is the NYX Liquid IV Hydrating Gloss Serum, and this has been like super popular. I've been seeing it all over my feed because it is a lip gloss and a lip tint. it doesn't actually say tint like on the packaging, but I know that it leaves a stain. So you could just apply this, rub it off, and have it as a lip stain and then apply something else on top, or keep it for the lip gloss purpose. And honestly, I love the sound of that because it means that if I put it on as a lip gloss and then, you know, going about my day, drinking water or whatever, if it rubs off, it's still leaving a stain. And when it's formulated to kind of be a stain, I also feel like it stays evenly. Because there's definitely those products that do leave a stain, but sometimes it's a little splotchy. So I am hopeful for this. I got 2 shades. Okay, I got the shade Hydra Honey because honestly, I just saw so many people swatching this and it looked so pretty on them, but this does look a little dark. Looks a little brownish. Might not work on my skin tone. But this one is shade Bubblegum Burst. This looks like I'd like it. So let's swatch these. Ooh, that looks pretty. Okay, here's Bubblegum Burst. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Very kind of berry tones. And then here is Hydra Honey. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? This color is not the product, which I should have figured that out. But you can see when I open it, this is just like the shell shade. So when I actually pull the product out, it's a little different. Still, I mean, they picked good shades for the shell. You can see that's pretty dark. I will be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I feel like that's gonna look so great on anyone with a little bit of a darker skin tone than me, especially if you like a more nude, a little more of like a browner lip, but I do not think that's gonna look good on me. I just find that anything that's a little too like toasty nude brown of a lip just doesn't work. It doesn't work against my really fair skin. So I'm gonna try this lip liner and then try this. I don't know that they're like a perfect match, but we're gonna do it. Okay, that's really pretty. I have a lip balm on, so this might not look as pigmented just because like the lip balm might wash it out a little bit, but that looks like really pretty. And again, how it swatches on my hand is not how it's going to look against the natural color of my lips. So this actually is looking more pale pink when I swatch it. Also, I'm not really big on like overlining my lips. I know that that's like what everyone does. I don't know why. Like, it's not like I have big lips because I don't, and my upper lip is like pretty thin, but I just feel like it doesn't look good on me, and so I just don't. I don't know. I feel like whenever I do it, it's very noticeable, and I guess it always is, and that's just what everyone does, but I might start trying, but I just feel like with the lip liner, I'm just like more going as far as the edge, and that adds a little bit more to it, but I just don't like, and I just don't also like the feel of like having the product on my upper lip, like face skin. I don't know if that makes any sense. I know maybe that's just me, but okay. I really liked that. Let's try this liquid IV in Bubblegum Burst on top. Okay, first of all, it feels really nice. It feels like a lip oil. And those tend to leave a stain, or it feels like water. I don't know how to explain it. So it does feel like a lip stain. Okay, I really like that. I am curious how this will feel always on. I'm gonna go ahead and dab it off to just see what the stain looks like, and then I want to kind of reapply it too. I've seen people just use this and just use it for the stain and put something else on top. I like that you can also wear it. You don't have to just wipe it off as the stain. So let's blot it and see. Okay, a little paper towel. Okay, I've pretty much blotted it off and like it doesn't even look like juicy or liquidy anymore. And there's definitely a lot, like a lingering stain. Obviously we did put the lip liner, like I can still see some of that, but I like it. This is really pretty. This right now, I feel like, I don't know, just add a little like blush to my lips. I would put something on top of this though, like my lips feel dry. Obviously I just, you know, blotted, dabbed off the product. So I'm gonna reapply it and I'm just curious like how it's gonna hold up. I didn't intend for this to be a first impressions. I want it to be more of a haul. I do wanna use all these products in a routine first impressions, but I just figured like with my lips, I could apply it. Okay, I reapplied it. I like it. I'm gonna be most curious to see like from a hydration, like how it feels on my lips or if I'm gonna need to apply something else. Yeah, so I'll see how this wears. You can see I rubbed it off. It's left a stain, even that's still on. So we got some great long lasting lip products. That is it. That is everything I got from Ulta. I've already been eyeing like some other products. I feel like in the beginning of the year, there's just a lot of new makeup, but I'm excited about it. I want to find some nice drugstore affordable finds. So stay tuned. I am going to post a first impressions try on of all of this makeup. If you liked this video, please subscribe for more beauty, skincare, makeup related content. Bye.